It's an honor to be racing at the Indianapolis 500.
The event does transcend motorsports. It's bigger than that.
This is like an Indiana celebration.
I cannot allow myself to be relaxed even for a second because of what we accomplished in the past.
Who wants to stop at one? We know what we need to do in order to have a shot.
It is the biggest spectacle in racing. Everybody wants that result.
The fire burns even stronger because you want to taste that milk again.
The pageantry, the tradition, and the desire of 33 drivers to make history. It'll all be on display in just 100 days at the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500. Thank you so much for joining us from inside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm Aaliyah Blackburn.
And I'm Beershel Edmay. So over the next half hour, we're celebrating this milestone in the countdown to race day. We'll hear from the drivers competing in this IndyCar series this season and check in with the Fox Sports team as they prepare for year 2 of having every race on the network, including right here on Fox 59. Plus, we'll take you to the IMS Museum, checking out the historic pieces on display from the very first running back in 1911.
And right now, IMS is hosting its 100 Days Out fan party. Hundreds of fans are here celebrating this milestone and the official countdown to race day. Several drivers are also here, along with IndyCar and IMS President Doug Boles. The goal is to get everyone even more excited for the race with activities, autographs, and all types of activities happening around us. And the Indy 500 too is more than just a race. We know that. This is a global event that puts the entire town of Speedway, the entire state of Indiana on display for the entire month of May. And at the end, we know that only one driver will forever be known as champion. Last year, it was Alex Palou who won his first Indy 500. He also went on to win his third IndyCar Series championship in a row and his 4th overall. Fox 59's Dave Griffith spoke with the champion one-on-one about the wins and what to expect in 2026.
Honestly, 25 was an amazing year for us, for the 10 car, for everybody at CGR. And yeah, the goal remains the same for 2026. Everybody, the engineering group, the mechanics, everybody that just works and is part of CGR and Honda. So yeah, we're pushing hard to try and have a year close to what we had.
I'll tell you how we think, and I'm not a driver, and that's probably why I think this way. It's like, how can Alex top 2025? You know, yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily how you as a driver would think, because your goal isn't to top a year. Your goal, like you have weekly goals, right? To win a race, to win a race, to win a race, and then at the end of the year, if you do those things, then you'll be successful, right?
Yeah, you describe it perfectly. It's not the goal to try and top 2025. I think it's going to be pretty tough for myself to have another year like that, as successful as 2025, winning 8 races, 500, the championship. So for me, it's to put myself in the position again in 2026 to fight for the 500 and fight for the championship, obviously trying to win it. It's not only about putting yourself in the position, but it's tough. It's tough to win races. It's tough to win the 500. It's tough to win the championship, but yeah, I think I have the best team around me to try and do it again.
What do you think the level of buy-in is with the team to keep just squeezing every bit of juice out of this car that can be and getting you as ready as possible to defend that title when you know everyone's coming for you?
Yeah, it's impressive what this team is capable of doing. Like, we had this base of a car for a long time now. This team has won more than 15 IndyCar championships, and the way they have of like always trying to get a little bit more, try and get those details right, it's pretty impressive. And I think it motivates everybody in the building. So yeah, it's I don't know what they're capable to do, because I still get surprised every year. But I'm sure that they'll bring something that will give us all the tools that we need to fight again.
And also fight for another Indianapolis 500 this year. To see you come out of the cockpit victorious last year, you could see how much that meant to you. That's a race that drivers who come into IndyCar, like, everyone obviously wants to win that one. What was the emotion like for you? And do you go back this year just as hungry, do you think, for another one?
I would say even hungrier, just because It's the first time that I got to experience it. That I got to experience winning. I used to think what it would be to win, and you see other drivers winning it, and you're like, I wish I was that person. But now that I got to experience it and celebrate it, it was the biggest celebration and the biggest joy that I've ever got from a race. So I need that feeling again. I need that feeling again with my teammates, with my crew, with my family, with the fans.
And whether they're going for their first Indy 500 victory or have been fortunate enough to taste that winner's milk before, we know that the desire to win is always strong among the entire field of drivers.
Absolutely it is, and an Indy 500 victory puts a driver in the history books forever. And even though it is still 100 days away, it is top of mind for so many.
You want to drink the milk from the first time you see the race.
I think it's on your mind 365 days a year.
The month of May is kind of all consuming.
The preparation really never stops.
Every single year I go back there, I learn more and more.
It's a very hard race to understand how it's going to play out. It's very unpredictable.
I'm already focused on Indy 500 right now. You know, I'm working on things with my team and working on what we need when we come back home.
We're trying so hard, especially those last few laps. You're seeing drivers do some crazy stuff that you would never see them do.
What fuels me each and every year is the competition of the guys and gals that I've been able to race against.
I know how to position myself to win that race.
It's a race of attrition. You know, like the Indianapolis 500 is, you got to make it to the end. You got to be in the right place at the right time and capitalize on the mistakes of others and ultimately have a great strategy and a great car underneath you.
The Indy 500 is May 24th, which is also Memorial Day weekend. This year's race, though, also celebrates the 250th birthday of our country, the United States. Patriotic pride, of course, shows in the theme of United We Race. And last year,
our logo's red, white, and blue, and it's an opportunity for us to celebrate, especially on Memorial Day weekend, when so much about the Indianapolis 500 pomp and circumstances, celebrating those men and women who've served in our armed forces, but more importantly, those who've paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country. The idea behind the Indianapolis 500 is bringing everybody together from all over the world and an opportunity to put that race on. It has been the international sweepstakes really since the first Indy 500 in 1911. So United We Race just fits this.
And last year, we do know that the Indy 500 was a grandstand sellout.
The president of IndyCar and IMS, Doug Boles, who you just heard from and saw a bit earlier there on the stage, tells us interest is even higher for this year's race. He says as of today, they've already sold 13,000 more tickets than they did this time last year.
As we all know, we ended up selling the Indianapolis 500 out the week leading into the Indy 500 last year. If things remain the same as they are right now and sort of on the same trend as last year, that's going to be an awful lot earlier. So fingers crossed that we get to another grandstand sellout for the Indianapolis 500 this year.
The local television blackout was lifted last year because of the grandstand sellout, and you were able to watch that race live right here on Fox 59. Boles says if they sell out this year, they'll talk about whether to lift that blackout. Once again, we're all crossing our fingers. Meanwhile, we are not only looking ahead this evening, we're also looking back.
Yeah, up next, we are stepping back in time into 1911, the year of the very first Indy 500, the impact from the first running that we are still seeing today.
On the pole for 500 3 times. This May, the team owner and Fox 59 driver analyst will try to qualify for his 23rd Indy 500.
I've been doing this race for over half of my life at this point, and yeah, it started when I didn't have kids, and now our oldest is going to be graduating high school on the Monday, last day of practice in May. So it's pretty crazy how far life has come and has changed through the time of my career.
And you're watching 100 Days to the Indy 500 live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway right here on Fox 59. We'll be right back after this.
I think that, you know, that race in particular has a very unique way of pulling you back, and every single year that goes by is another kind of opportunity missed, and you want to keep trying and trying for as many opportunities as you have to be a part of history.
2016 Indy 500 champion Alexander Rossi is marking 10 years since winning the 100th running during his rookie season. The 100th running started brand new traditions that are still honored today, and that includes porch parties, which continue to bring the community together every single month of May. So much of the celebration regarding the Indy 500 is just rooted in tradition and history.
And you can see a lot of that on display at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum. Fox 59's Dan Spieler shows us some historic pieces from the very first Indy 500 back in 1911.
1911, the first ever Indy 500, won by a driver named Ray Haroon. And if you come here to the IMS Museum, you can get an up-close look at the car that won the race.
This right here is one of the more iconic cars of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum.
It's called the Marmon Wasp.
The Marmon Wasp was a creation of Ray Haroon. He realized on the rough brick surface that if he went a little bit slower than his competitors, he would actually not have to go into the pits. He would extend the life of the tires. The car was unique. It had a 477 cubic inch 6-cylinder.
But unlike other race cars of that era, equipped for both a driver and a riding mechanic, this car only had one seat.
As you see, this is a single seat race car, which was a bit unusual. The riding mechanic really acted as what we would consider now a spotter, but instead of being high up on the racetrack, they were riding along with the driver. So they would warn the driver if they were being passed, a car coming up. So out of the 40 cars that ran that first 500 in 1911, Ray was the only one without the riding mechanics.
And so for that very reason, they added this to the car, believed to be the first ever rear view mirror.
So Ray, who was an engineer for Nordyke and Marmon, fastened this rear view mirror that we see on the cowling here for the race in 1911. It's the first documented use of one on an automobile. Now, Ray talks about when he was a chauffeur, he would see on the streets of Chicago some of the other chauffeurs with horse-drawn carriages actually hold out a mirror to see what was coming. So that really gave him the idea to fasten it onto it. But from an automotive standpoint, we believe it's the first documented use.
We may all have Ray Haroon to thank for the rearview mirror.
Yeah, next time you look back in traffic.
And looking back in time, it's not the only thing that looked very different.
Pretty interesting to see what racing looked like back then, from the helmets to everything else.
Yeah, so obviously we're in the early days of not just the 500, but auto racing in general. You could see ticket prices ranging from 50 cents to $1, depending on where you were in the location. On the top there, we have a program from the 1911. We have a pennant also up there from the 1911 race. Then we have one of the cloth helmets that they would wear during that time. So helmet is kind of a strong word for that.
Yeah, it doesn't look too protective.
Yeah, so really what it did was it kept the wind and grit and oil and tar out of your hair, really.
A much different era, though.
It was, yes. Fact that we can tell the stories and highlight the artifacts, whether they be the vehicles or the non-vehicle collection we have on display, in a way that we never could before. So really guests can learn about that history of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway from the first races in 1909 through the first inaugural Indianapolis 500 all the way until the more modern times.
And to see that this is how it all started with this old yellow car right here.
Yeah, I mean, a symbol of Americana, a symbol of history, and obviously on display here at the IMS Museum.
And that was Dan Spieler reporting for us there. We know a lot about the IndyCar drivers when they're behind the wheel, but who exactly are they behind the helmet? Coming up next, a few things you may not know about them when we come back.
I am as enthusiastic and driven as I ever have been. They've got all the ingredients to win, they simply do.
That's 2018 Indy 500 champion Will Power talking about his new team. He'll drive for Andretti Global after spending 17 seasons at Team Penske. We're taking another live look at the 100 Days Out party at IMS, where Aaliyah's having a little fun out there.
Yeah, and most of the time when we see these IndyCar drivers, they're hidden in their cars and in their helmets. But we wanted to learn more about who they are as people outside of their vehicles and outside of the race and outside of their helmet too.
So we asked them why they race, what fans may be surprised to learn about them, and
we ended up buying a go-kart and the rest was history. I think it was just what I was naturally meant to do.
I got into a go-kart when I was 4 years old. and I absolutely fell in love with it.
It's crazy to look back on it because when I first started, the goal and expectation was not to be a professional race car driver. My family had no background in motorsports, which is a bit unusual, and it just kind of spiraled out of control.
Growing up, it was always cars that I was playing around with.
It just makes me feel alive, you know, like being in a machine and you're trying to like become one with this machine. You always strive for that perfection.
I became a race car driver because my father, he raced open wheel cars, Formula 2 is what it was called. And so, you know, as long as I can remember, I was around the race car, around racing. He got us into go-karts and just sort of, it was in the blood, in the family.
Honestly, I really never wanted to do much else. Like, I always had that bug in me that was like, I loved it.
I do puzzles, I play golf. I've never had a home run, so that's one that's on my bucket list.
In this past off-season, me and my parents became small equity owners of my hometown soccer team.
I play the piano. I can do a handstand walk.
I can juggle.
I'm probably the most extroverted introvert that they'll ever see or meet.
I think I'm serious sometimes. On TV it looks like I'm serious, but I just like to joke. I'm funny in my way.
I like going to Convivio. What else is there? Condado Tacos, it's good. Verde is good.
Capri is probably my favorite.
Convivio and Carmel. 1933 Carmel.
I love the food in Indy, to be honest. The food here is incredible.
It's all hungry now at dinner time. Meanwhile, this is the second year in a row that every IndyCar race will air right here on Fox 59.
And it's year 2 of Fox's partnership with the series. We're hearing from the team bringing you every race flag to flag coming up next.
Well, right back, you're watching 100 Days to the Indy 500 on Fox 59.
It's a massive honour being knighted. Not anything I ever thought would be possible, or nothing I ever dreamt of, because I never thought it would be a thing. But it was huge, you know, huge for myself, my family, everybody that was involved in being part of, you know, the start of it and where we are to date. But I think more importantly for motorsport in general, especially in New Zealand, it's huge.
No, you do not have to call him Sir Scott Dixon now, but during the offseason, the 6-time IndyCar Series champion and 2008 Indy 500 winner was knighted in his native New Zealand. And it's not the only honor or title that he will go by come May. Dixon will also be inducted into the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Hall of Fame the week before the race.
And welcome back live to the 100 Days Out party here inside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We are also celebrating another milestone, though, in the countdown to the Indy 500. This marks the second year that the IndyCar Series is on Fox, and it's also the first full season that the network has partial ownership of the series.
We caught up with the Fox Sports announcers and team who will be with you for every race this season. Here's Fox 59's Chelsea Helms.
We're excited for how this is going to keep growing.
Fox Sports brought out all the stops at IndyCar Media Days, with multiple rooms providing visuals that'll be used to promote races and drivers in the series. We got a behind-the-scenes look as Fox Sports broadcasters Will Buxton, James Hinchcliffe, and Townsend Bell went through.
We all just have this shared passion for IndyCar racing, and I hope that comes across on the broadcast.
Fox says last year was the most-watched IndyCar season in 17 years, with more than 7 million people tuning into the Indy 500.
Pato O'Ward was born with his foot on the gas.
The network continues to highlight the drivers in the series with commercials, giving viewers a look at their personalities.
I thought it was very on brand. Funny, you know, don't take it too seriously, laugh, and all is going to be okay.
You know, I think for any fan that's maybe new to IndyCar, like
If I was new to another sport as a spectator, I just want to know who are the key players, what are the key storylines, and what's all the drama behind the scenes, and who should I be watching?
Indy cars are very cool cars, and the cities and races that we go to are very cool, events and places. But at the end of the day, the stars are the drivers, and that's what we have to put a lot of emphasis on. That's who fans fall in love with, who they cheer for, who they cheer against.
As for what to expect in year 2,
because our goal is to grow this championship, grow this series, bring it into more people's lives, and get them to fall in love with IndyCar as much as we're in love with IndyCar.
And what a perfect weekend for all the love of racing. Thanks for joining us here this Valentine's Day weekend for 100 Days to the Indy 500.
And we're so excited to bring you extensive coverage leading up to the 110th running of the greatest spectacle in racing. We leave you tonight, though, with messages from the drivers who plan to go after a chance at history this May. Good night.
Every year I come back, I'm so thankful to have a chance to qualify again for the 500. But to be a 500 champion is truly something special.
I went from being a kid that watched the 500 when I was 8, right, in Sweden, and I knew it was the biggest race in the world. And my dad told me, like, oh, Indy 500 is this big deal. I knew that from a very young age, but now having lived in Indy for 8 years, you have a completely different understanding for what the race means to Indiana and the community.
That's what Indy means. It's emotion in its truest form. It could be emotion in a very good way or in a very rough way, but still, looking back at it, Indy always is a place of highlights.
It's the best day of the year, just getting back to Indy and driving there, and then the month of May is always the highlight of the year. There's no doubt about that. So for me, especially being a past champion as well, it's always something very special to be there and go back racing. So I can't wait. It's my motivation in the winter every time. I go to the gym every day. I think about the 500, think about how I can win the 500, and it motivates me all year round.
There's so much energy around it, and everyone comes together as a big racing community to support this massive event.
We're very lucky to do what we do. It's an honor to be racing at the Indianapolis 500. So not only is there the pressure of running that race and trying to win it, but you have to appreciate